Introducing the new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's gonna come out how it come out. You feel me? Yo, none of this is rehearsed. Everything is off the top.
Vulgar. Welcome to the man cave.
What's good? Y'all at the man cave, where we keep it uncut, raw, and unfiltered. I know y'all came, to see us teach these feminists something. But before we get to that, we got a few things to hit on, like Liberation Day that's coming up.
Chill.
And a few other things.
Chill.
All right. I'm Vulgar.
I'm Gray Mars.
I'm 85 Slim.
All right, let's get straight into the first video.
April 2nd, I call it the liberation of America. We've been the fat, dumb, foolish country that allowed everybody to rip us off, including our friends. Look at NATO. Until I got involved in NATO, we were paying for the whole thing practically.
There's a lot of talk about a possibility of a recession, and CNBC had a report from the Fed saying they can't rule it out. It could actually happen. What can you say to Americans tonight who are concerned about the possibility of a recession, given the fact that you're trying to reorient the economy to a manufacturing economy again?
I think if I didn't get elected, our country would be finished to start off with. And I think now that I did get elected, I think we're going to have the strongest economy in the history of the world. And I had that economy in 4 years, with all the harassment, with all the crazy people after me, with all of the things that went on, even with COVID. I had the strongest economy in the history of our country. I had a stock market that went up 88%.
All right, so yeah, we got a good day coming up. April 2nd, Liberation Day. You want to counter that, Gray?
Yeah, so what Trump is doing is tariffs, some more tariffs. The tariffs he did before was protectionism, which was to protect American jobs and help with revenue. What Trump is doing this time is he's doing tariffs that are reciprocal. So he's just doing tariffs on people because they did tariffs on the U.S. And I think this is going to lead us into a recession. So we about to see a lot of Republicans, as they say on TikTok, FAFO, and it's F around and F find out. That's basically what that means. So we're most likely headed into a recession that is probably all due to Donald Trump.
See you ready, 85?
Hey, man. Trump is my dog. I don't think it's going to be no recession at all. I think a lot of people going to be getting some checks within the next few weeks. Doge checks to be exact. So if you got a social security number to keep an eye out, I don't know what that number gonna be, but it's gonna be nice. They finding more money. Okay, so it's gonna be more money given back to the people. And a lot of money's been found. We want to know where it went, and it's coming back to the people. So I don't see no recession, man. I think it's really Liberation Day. And I believe in that brother so much. Just like he said, the economy was booming. All my friends had bread. I ain't know no broke dudes when Trump was in office. As soon as he left, everybody struggling again. All that. So let my man do his thing.
That was Mia from the new party cast. That said,
oh, for real? She was struggling?
She said that we were already in a recession from COVID. That's what she was saying. Oh,
yeah. I mean, but anybody with common sense know what COVID was. So I know Mia know what's up. So I ain't even gonna go there. We're gonna keep it GP. We're gonna keep it PG. whatever.
Easy.
Honestly, I got mixed feelings about this one. I mean, yeah, it's been a little bit tougher. Honestly, I probably would call it a recession. It's really tough right now. So, yeah.
So do you think how do y'all think this gonna affect the everyday person?
It's basically gonna make goods go up. I don't know if y'all have seen the commercials. Like if you just watch TV on the ad, they'll say hurry up and buy before the tariffs come through. This was just a window company that I seen. And basically they're saying that the auto industry is gonna be more expensive. So this is Mia Shiona Cash. She said, why should we have to do unequal trade with countries? This should encourage a better tariff rate concerning America's and our consumerism. Well, the issue is that it's not a mathematical equation. It's not scientific. It's basically just revenge. You put a tariff on me, so I'm gonna put a tariff on this. So if y'all have a car, if y'all go to try to buy a car after the tariffs, it's probably gonna be 10,000 to 15, maybe even 20,000 more expensive because he's doing tariffs on steel.
I personally believe it's short term, and I'm gonna keep saying it. It's a buying opportunity. I'm not pushing for it, but I always said if a day like this come, I will be ready. So,
Man, I think these days came, man. I think
my opinion, a recession is a struggle for some, opportunity for others. It just depends on the choices you made in life.
Facts. And yo, let's be real. No, let's be real. How many people rent went up in the last 4.5 years? My rent went up. I'm gonna tell you like that. I know the steaks went up. I used to buy a steak heavy. Whole lot of stuff went up, but guess what, bro? I had to adjust. I had to adjust. When the gas prices went up, I had to adjust. When my president said, if Biden wins, your gas prices is going to go through the roof, I had to adjust because I saw it. It affected me heavy. I had to adjust, bro. And that's basically where I'm coming from. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still going to fight for the American, man. Like, the American dream. We ain't scared, bro. Like, if we scared, like, why are we scared? You know what? How much America's been through with all these increases, this inflation, all these years. You know how embarrassed we've been looked at it, like other countries looking at us like we at the bottom of a barrel. Nah, bro. Like, I ain't scared of nothing. I'm with it all. That's the difference with me. I'm not worried about nothing. If this is what it is, that's what it's gonna be. Everything went up since we were younger. Everything. Food, everything, the cost of living, everything. That's just normal.
Yep.
And now we worried about it. Come on, bro.
What you're talking about is inflation, where goods go up over time. But I didn't vote for this. So for me, it's like, why would I want somebody to intentionally make things worse? Why would I intentionally, like this guy said right here, the tariffs are going to make per vehicle cost $6,000 extra. Why should we have to do that?
You remember what I said about surgery? When you go and if you get open heart or major surgery, you have to have downtime. You probably were able to walk you probably were able to walk in the hospital. But after you get the surgery, you gotta, if it's broken bone, or whatever it is, you gotta have crutches, or you gotta be on bed rest for 6 weeks. Whatever it is, you gotta heal. Why? Because you start doing surgery. That's essentially what Trump is doing. If you asking why do you have higher prices, because that could be the incision. And then once it heal over in the long run, prices could be better. And the thing is, prices could stay the same, and then whatever he's doing could cause wages to go up. So that's another way to compensate if you're getting higher wages, because the likelihood of prices really going down is probably not going to happen because we're used to paying that. unless there's some type of price war that go on where everybody's trying to get the business, so they're driving down prices to get the business. I don't really see that happening right now, but that's
And
my outlook on it.
let's start looking at the positive things, right? What counters things like shit like that? And keep it real with you, Greg. Nobody voted for the tariffs. Nobody. I mean, I'm sure if Trump was like, well, I'm going to do tariffs, nobody would have voted. He would have probably lost. But the reality is, yo, we in debt. He like play ball. If not, this is what's going on. So he's showing his strong arm. Now, at the same time, we can't really be sweating that because, you know, when we look at everything that we've been doing and we've been going through as a country with the inflation, like I said before, we've always adjusted to whatever the case may have been. We always been worried about it. We always basically prevailed. What this man is saying that no matter what, this is the greatest country in the world. And if we put our foot down, we're going to continue to be the greatest country in the world. The last 4 years, we've been looked at differently. The last 4 years, we've been basically a laughing stock. So now we move forward. Unfortunately, it's not going to look, you know, roses and petals, yo. It's not going to be that, you know, but at the same time, what we went through the last 4, it is what it is. Everything that counters that is what he put out. The no taxes, the overtime, no taxes on overtime, things like that. There's a lot of things that he's put in place for Americans to make more wages. So if we're focused on, oh, this is going to cost more money, why are we not focused on the thing that's going to make us more money that he put in place? We're not even highlighting these things. We just focus on, oh, the tariffs, and this is going to cost more. But yet what he did to find the bread with Elon, now they talk about giving taxpayers back the money, things like that. All that stuff counters what you're talking about.
So Slim, you telling me we weren't a laughing stock when Trump was in office?
Nah, son. People were afraid of us. It wouldn't have been no war, bro. You think we would have had that Gaza war if Trump was in office? You really think
it was
that?
only the media's pushing that.
Telling you, bro.
The world leaders said he was a laughing stock. They did take him serious.
Yeah, they're gonna say that. They say that to the media because they know the media is soft and fall for that type of stuff. But deep down, nobody plays with Trump.
They fear him, bro.
Playing with Trump. They might do it up front, but then they always come back around and concede and give him what he wants. That's all we've been seeing the past 2 months. Canada talk about they're gonna do this, they're gonna do a retaliatory tariff or whatever, and not secure the borders. And then what they do, secure the borders. Mexico, the same thing. They talk that mess up front, and then they come back around and concede.
And they manipulate our
it's gonna
people.
be the same thing with these tariffs. That's why Trump is like, all right, y'all want to play? I can play with y'all too. Sometimes you got to go to war to get what you want, and it's better to have this type of war than one with missiles.
And don't forget, this is the narrative now. Before he was racist, remember? We don't talk about how racist he is no more. Huh? Now the tariffs is big. The tariffs. Before he was racist forever. He was chilling with Putin forever. Y'all just be finding stuff for my Brody, man. He just trying to run the country. Leave him alone. Y'all trying to kill the man. Oh, sorry, YouTube. Unalive the man. Like, let my man do his job. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it ain't gonna change overnight, bro. Y'all gave Joe Biden ample time to be a clown in front of everyone, passing out, falling up the steps, falling on bikes, mumbling. He had ample time to be this dude. As soon as my Brody come in with the strong arm, oh my God. Nah, man. We Americans, bro.
Trump, if you need a new press secretary, Slim is there for you, bro.
At least on the block. He got you on the block.
Yeah.
Nice. I got him, yo. I got him.
Block captain. There you go. All right. Before I go to the next video, I'm just going to say, if y'all got a good trade or something, like I just reopened my mechanic business. I kind of was like, all right, I'm out of this. But I literally just went in Google and fired up my listing, because this type of stuff is where people can't go to the dealership. And guess what? They call me and like, can you put these brakes on for me? Y'all be surprised. I get people with 911s calling me to do it. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get this bread out here. Y'all should be too. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, y'all gonna love this one. Hey, offering time. Go around, pass around the offering plate.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sowed and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20.
So, is this bold leadership or spiritual extortion?
Like I said in the chat, he is a kidnapping extortionist. I already told you. Kidnapping extortionist. That's a new term.
The problem to me is that this happened every Sunday. The only reason it was a big deal because he locked the doors. Yeah. You know, they'll be in church and be like, "Oh, you gotta give a certain amount." They'll ask for a certain amount. Somebody asks, "Who is this pastor?" It's Marvin Sapp's, right?
Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Sapp is a kidnapping extortionist. Marvin Sapp, you hear me, man?
Pastor Slim, what you think?
It's a stick up. That dude said, close the doors. And then he gave a specific amount. He ain't say put whatever you can in the offering. He ain't say that. That bro said put $20. So if you put in $5, you might not be leaving that.
What y'all didn't see in the back was that his staff, his pastors, they started going in their wallets. They started putting money out behind them.
Yo,
that's part of the play.
$20 a head, bro. We need to go back and pan the audience and see how much he made that night.
Now that's part of the play. It's like when you put your tip jar out, you got to put a couple dollars in there yourself to make it look like people's already been tipping you.
He messed up. He asked for $20, bro. Am I tripping? I know I heard him say $20.
He's $20 a person.
Yeah.
He said that's $40,000.
And he was trying to get it from the internet. He's like,
no, my point is, you're a pastor. How are you asking for an amount? How does that play out?
Your other boy, Theflo Dollar, does it too.
Whatever happened to whatever God lets you expect, whatever happened to that? That don't matter? $20?
Nope.
Wow. That's strip club money, King. That's
how is that not kidnapping? Because you're not allowing someone their free will to leave.
It's not kidnapping.
Ushers, close the doors.
That's not kidnapping. Nah, you could close the doors. But what it is, it's more of like a moral. You make people feel bad. You're guilt tripping. You're manipulating.
That's not Christian-like. That's not Christian-like.
They could have walked out.
That's not Christian-like.
But it's manipulative because people.
I would have walked straight out that door. I said, "Man, Usher, if you don't get my way, I'm gonna punch you right in your face."
But
I never would have paid
it. Like locking the doors is not even more detrimental as the amount coming from a pastor. How are you asking for an amount in church?
You could have.
They pay Apple Pay and everything now.
Yo, no. I feel you, but. Bro, listen. When I was
asking for a specific amount,
it was just pass the thing over.
Mm-hmm.
And auntie about $2. Sometimes you hear the change go up and down. The pastor ain't never said, "Yo, drop a dub in there. Make sure you put $10 in that joint, son."
Nah,
an amount at the church.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, Theflo Dollar Church, World Changes, and this was like 10, 15 years ago. I went one time, and what they do is, for all the new people, they have you fill out a card with your information, And you know, most churches do that, right? They want you to sign and so you can become a part of it. What they start doing, they had like if you don't pay up or show up, like now they have a way of knowing who you are when you come in. If you're not showing up or if you don't pay your offerings and like sign off that you paying it, you'll get text messages or calls basically saying you haven't paid. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of those churches like that. And I stopped going and I would get these calls about that. And I'm like, this is crazy. So there are a lot of prosperity preachers, and this is their whole hustle of what they do. And they basically tell you gotta, if you pay, you gotta pay to pray, and if you pay, you get blessed.
So essentially, you're saying that church is giving out bills to come to church.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Well, I want to ask y'all just to play devil's advocate. No pun intended. So what's the pastor supposed to do to be able to pay the lights, the rent? Is he supposed to just make it up, or is he supposed to go work another job if like the donation's not picking up? What he's supposed to do?
I mean, hey, if you preach the word and you move people gonna they know what they need to do. To me, I feel like if you're not meeting your bills, you either one, you bid off too much church building, so now you got to do the building fund, or people not feeling you like that. Maybe you should go back to a 9 to 5 or something. If you're not that good of a preacher, then you need to quit. But to hustle people and try to manipulate people, no. Because there's many of preachers who, man, the people they'll give everything off the clothes off their back. They life savings to the preacher because he's really making moves in their life and they really trust him.
It ain't like, Lil Wayne got a concert coming up, you know what I'm saying? And everybody going to see him, he going to put an amount on it, and people going to go see Lil Wayne perform. You chose to be a pastor. Yep. No amount. It's on you. You got to be nice. You got to be, you got to be able to preach the word. You got to be able to make these people shake. And based on what they feel they can donate should be the situation. Imagine a homeless dude as you going to go to the store and buy some M&Ms or something, and he just be like, "Yo, son, let me get $20." You understand what I'm saying? Like, you be ready to slap this dude. Like, bro, really? Take what you can get. It's the same thing. You don't ask for no amount. Like, yo, bro, I'm good. Yo, I was leaving it at that.
But I said this in previous lives, but I think a lot of this, like what, to take it to Trump, what Trump is doing by removing a lot of the funding from these communities and these programs is what the churches were supposed to be doing. The church is supposed to be paying out the welfare, paying the bills, keeping people safe. And once the government stepped in and started giving that out, I think that's what led to pimping preachers. They're like, instead of being like, you know what, the government's giving out welfare, we'll just get what we need for the bills and keep the church up, and that'll be it. Maybe a few programs for the old single ladies or something. But now they're making it a profit because the government gives out the welfare instead of helping people out. How many churches you would have to go to if your life's about to get cut off and they cut you a check?
No, but because I even have a freestyle where I was like, I want the best whip in the car like a reverend. So ever since I was a little kid, the pastor has always had the best car at the church. So that was growing up that the pastor had all the money and everything.
Yeah, but ever since we were kids, there was welfare too.
Yeah, that's true. But
that's all I'm saying. This is decades old. It's not a new thing.
And them nonprofit, they could use the system really, really well.
Yeah.
Grants and everything.
Facts.
Yep. But that's essentially what a church is, a nonprofit.
That's why you should be asking for no damn amount.
Well, they all struggle. Even the little league teams, all the nonprofits. That's where they always selling stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so a lot of people in the like I made a reel about it and it got like millions of views. And a lot of people were saying that this was a conference and he was trying to cover the cost of the conference. My thing is, I would not have a conference if I didn't have the money up front to cover it. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, I know pastors, and I feel like they all struggle. It's always them trying to make money off the kindness of others. You really need an older population in your church that's giving money paying the right tithing. And I feel like a lot of them got that. But, they do nefarious tactics. I don't know if y'all remember that preacher in New York. Some of you might remember where the guy was, that the people were dying and he was getting the insurance money, and there was a pastor like with all the Gucci, all the Louis Vuitton. Yeah, I remember that dude. Yeah.
Cool ass thing.
Hey, I want to hit on this comment.
Oh, my bad. I hit it. Go ahead.
All right. Church is the only place to take advantage of the poor. They don't preach truth. All preachers and churches have codes. I agree with that. What I do want to say is church is not the only place that take advantage of the poor. Actually, a lot of these organizations, society and stuff are taking advantage of the poor. Have y'all heard about what DoorDash is trying to do now?
No.
Yeah, Uber Eats, they're trying to basically let you order food and you got 30 days, no interest. Who you think is going to use that? The rich or the poor?
The poor, of course.
Credit cards. That's the whole thing with credit cards.
Keeping them in debt.
Yeah, everybody takes advantage of the poor because the poor don't have, more than likely, the poor don't have the knowledge of money, or they just choose to make bad decisions. But if you got a credit card and if you got like benefits and points and flight miles, if you pay the balance every month by the due date, there's no interest. But when you leave a balance on there, you got to pay that interest every month, which you'll probably never pay off. So the poor is always getting taken advantage of. It's not just the church.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. All right. So if anybody else got anything to say?
Nah.
All right. I'm sure we'll have another pimping preacher here soon.
$20.
All right. So this y'all favorite guy coming up.
Social media figure Andrew Tate is facing a new lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend who claims he beat, choked and threatened to kill her. Brianna Stern says she met Andrew Tate in 2024 and then started dating him, but the lawsuit claims Tate turned demeaning and threatening, referring to Brianna as his property. It alleges that on the 11th of March at the Beverly Hills Hotel, what began as consensual sex between the two ended with Mr. Tate verbally abusing Brianna and then striking her in the face and choking her until she nearly lost consciousness. Following the lawsuit being filed, Ms. Stern posted a statement on her Instagram account saying she still loved Tate despite the accusations she levelled. In a statement to the BBC, Andrew Tate's attorney Joseph McBride dismissed the lawsuit, calling it a blatant cash grab. Mr. McBride also attacked Ms. Stern's attorney Tony Busby, who is representing dozens of people who allege sexual assault against the rapper Sean Diddy Combs. He called Tony Busby a low-life bottom feeder. Mr. Busby, who told the BBC that he is extremely proud to represent Brianna Stern, posted on Instagram saying, "My message inbox is now overflowing with messages of hate." He also alleges that people were saying it's her own fault for dating him. Busby's caption was accompanied by screenshots of alleged texts from Mr. Tate to Ms. Stern, where he refers to her as Hooky Pumpkin Princess. Andrew Tate's attorney told the BBC that these messages were doctored, edited and falsified. He added, "We look forward to crushing Mr. Busby and his attention-hungry, money-grabbing client in court."
All right. So I've been wondering, and maybe y'all can answer this, why are so many women rooting for him to be guilty instead of waiting on the truth?
Because they can't mess with Kevin Samuels.
I love it.
It doesn't matter who it is, Vulgar. If it's a guy and it's a woman involved, he's guilty until proven innocent. Doesn't matter, bro.
I agree with that.
So basically, they don't believe in the judicial system.
This could be the most liberal guy. He could have literally with the proper age. If they heard he abused a woman, they throwing him under the bus. Trust me.
So you think
that's like Diddy.
Think this is part of the gender war?
I just think that women love playing the victim. Not saying that this girl isn't a victim. I'm not gonna say that she's not a victim. Andrew Tate has done some crazy stuff. So he probably, I'm not going to say he's innocent or guilty, but he's done stuff and recorded himself doing crazy stuff. But I feel like whether it's domestic violence, whether it's, being taken advantage of, most women, I'm talking about just average relationships, don't take responsibility. They don't take accountability.
Easy.
I agree. A lot of times in the situation, the victim is the opposite person. You don't know what's going on. You don't know all the details of the case and stuff like that. So a lot of people just assume that it's the guy most of the time. So, but that's how it goes, though. I think that's human nature, honestly. You always point to the guy. So
makes sense. 85.
Yeah, man. I mean, innocent till proven guilty right now. I mean, all this stuff going on, I believe in the attack on masculinity. I see it every day. And, Andrew Tate, very vocal, very outspoken to whatever he believes. And that's masculinity. Like I said, now again, I don't condone none of this stuff if it is these accusations turn out to be true. But I do also know that women do, put themselves in situations to get paid. So if this is another one of those situations, we'll find out.
Yep.
If not, God bless them, because I don't condone that shit if that's the case. I got a daughter first.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Same here. 2 daughters. So
yeah. Double jeopardy.
Definitely don't condone it. But what I do hate is the people who try to come after me for saying, I want to wait and see. And for me I'm optimistic, because if this is something that he didn't do and it was fabricated, that means there was one less woman that was raped. And there's one more man who is actually great. You know what I'm saying? No matter what he says, like, there's an entertainment part to anybody that's on social media. And you're going to have your haters, you're going to have your lovers, each side, especially when you're outspoken like that. But there's some good, like, if you look through what he said, there's some good. And then there's some bad. Like I said, it's an entertainment factor. But it really bothers me, the amount of women who want him to be guilty. If he's guilty, that means some woman was a victim, an actual victim. Like, why would we push this? And then there, like I said, there's less men who are actually good. So that's the thing. It started kind of bothering me that we got women out here who are willing to sacrifice one of their own just so masculinity and men can get a bad name and they could be right. That's what a lot of these women want. They just want to be able to say, I was right, masculinity is bad. And I think that's a terrible stance to have.
Bro, Solange beat up Jay-Z in an elevator. He didn't do nothing, and they still said she was the victim.
I know. Because they do not want to admit that they're good men. That's terrible. And then there are so many men that standing behind them and supporting the same thing. I don't get it.
Derrick Jackson, bro. Hey, I'm gonna say that, hey, women, why y'all messing with these dudes? But I'm gonna be cheating behind them. You remember Derrick Jackson?
Yeah. But that's where a lot of these women are bred from, because they choose dudes like him. Man, old girl knew what she was into. She knew what she was into, but she had to have a dude that was 6'5", muscular. They'll deal with it until they want to play the victim card. Like, she should still be married to him. You knew what you married.
Yeah, but that's crazy. I mean, like, to be pretending like you telling women all men are bad and then you cheat in your relationship, that's crazy.
Man, she knew everything that was going on.
Everything.
I think what she really didn't want the public to find out. Once the public found out, that's when, and she got embarrassed. Now she's trying to save face.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what you chose. Stick it out. All right, now for the main event. I kind of had a segue into that. We're going to keep on the toxic feminist tonight. Felicia Rashad. Why y'all trying to cancel my woman, man?
That was your childhood crush?
Nah.
Oh.
Trying to cancel her for what?
For making comments. It's from the Breakfast Club, so I'm not going to play the actual video. I heard they be striking people down for playing their videos. So,
Charlamagne the fraud, he be hating.
Yeah, that guy. So I got this this lady that's going to give commentary.
That anytime older women try to give game to younger women, it always circles back to being about a man. No disrespect to Felicia Rashad. I respect that lady. I think she's beautiful. She's talented. She's everything. But she is a pick-me also. I already peeped the game when she was riding for Bill Cosby. I don't feel like getting into all of that. But she was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about the way that women dress today. Now, she's entitled to her opinion. That's totally fine. And I was okay with the message until she said, and most importantly, no man wants a woman that dresses whatever way they were talking about. Why is that the most important element when it comes to how a woman is dressing? And why don't people understand that not all women date men? There are some women that don't date men. There are a lot of women out here that have opted out of dating entirely and don't care about what a man want to see her in. Why does everything older women say always have to go back to a man? I don't understand that. They need to reprogram their minds. They need to reprogram their minds. Like, it's 2025. We work too hard to have autonomy, to always have to be connected to what a man likes and what a man doesn't like. If y'all constantly keep saying, oh, men don't like when women dress like this, men don't like when women wear their hair like this, wear lashes, wear makeup, this or whatever, and a woman is still doing those things that a man doesn't want, wouldn't that tell you that we don't fucking care? Coco and Ice-T. She dressed however she wants to dress. She do whatever she want to do. And he's been married to her for how long? There are plenty of men that don't be getting in women's business like that. They don't care about policing women and trying to control a woman's every move. Y'all be the ones who try to control everything y'all women do because y'all are insecure. And y'all care about the public's perception of you. And like I said, I would be totally fine with the message if she kept it about the women and themselves. But to constantly always have to bring something back to a man, it's crazy. It's getting old. It's been old.
You want to jump at it first?
I'll say, first off, Raven was my childhood crush. She trashed now, but she started a Bill Cosby show. But I like a girl that dress sexy, but I won't cuff that chick. Like my girl now dress regular, but so like I guess if I'm looking to wife something and she's dressed like that, and I see that, I'm only looking for one thing. So she really was giving good game to these young girls, like, hey, go out there to get wife because he only gonna want one thing, and then she took it as offensively. So really, the older woman trying to like help you out, but you will rather fight on what you wearing than like taking a game.
85.
Yeah, I mean, that woman voted for Kamala. It's just what we got out here. Was her hair real? Nah, we ain't gonna go there. I just think
she has allergies kicking in too. Something.
Yeah, I don't know. She looked like she had a saddle back now. But this is the type of females that don't get it. I'm sure she got a few baby daddies, and she running around here saying she don't care and this and that. And to be G with you, that could be the most important element. nobody wants to procreate with someone with that attitude. Especially a real man. Like, it gotta be some type of class. You know what I mean? Women are beautiful. You don't have to show your body to be noticed. And what I used to like, call me old school, I like the baggy jeans. I like all that because when they come home, it's like, wow, she had that under there. Like, the suspense is amazing. You know what I mean? Or catch him at the beach. But you ain't gotta be out here like that. You know what I'm saying? Any man that's just attracted to that is just a dog. Like, come on, dogs running around here with just the fur and their nuts out. You know what I mean? And they jump on whatever and they get to go into town. Like, if you want to be that, that's the type of chicks that, they're going to attract dogs. You're not going to attract men. And there's plenty of dogs out there. It's a lack of men. I'm going to leave it at that.
Before I let you go easy, I want to connect to that. So this has been said a lot, but I think it's important to say. A lot of women like her always say, why do men police their women or whatever? The reason being, DNA testing has only been around, 10, 20, maybe 30 years. It's only been reliable in the past 10 to 15 years. So before those times, a man was worried about if a child was really his. The only thing he had to go off of is his woman's behavior. So if you always had your bat signal going, which is by wearing these type of clothes, showing your body, you advertising and marketing yourself, guys wouldn't trust you. That's why guys treat you like a dog. When y'all dress like this, it is evolution. The same way women have ways that they survive, men have ways that they survive also. It is very important to us for our DNA to be the best, to be spread, and knowing that it's our DNA, because we don't want to be raising somebody else's little niglet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is about. And those are behaviors that's not going anywhere. You could be mad at men for it, but we want to know that our kids, our legacy is ours. And the ones who don't care about creating a future or legacy, they just go and land pipe everywhere like they're building a major city. Those are the ones you're going to attract. And that's what 85 is saying. The ones who don't care about you or a future, yeah, that's all you're going to attract. Go ahead, Easy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I agree with all of y'all. I mean, these women dressing this way, they're going to attract a certain type of man, you know what I'm saying? Or a certain type of individual, because all of them are not liking men. They like girls too. So, but living in Florida, you see a lot. I mean, it's hot down here, so a lot of these women, they want to show off what they got because first of all, it's hot and they don't want a lot of clothing on. So some of that stuff is really just subjective. You know what I mean? It just really like depends on where you at and stuff like that too. Because like Slim gave a good example. At a beach, they're gonna have less on.
Yeah.
So it just depends on where you at. You know what I mean? For real.
But some guys love hoes, especially like entertainers. Entertainers switch out the same girl, bro. How many dudes
that's what I
with the same chick?
Hey, if you want a bottom feed, then bottom feed. But don't come complain like, oh, men ain't shit when it happened. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
if you're gonna be a bottom feeder, be a bottom feeder and realize the ones you dealing with are gonna go get a pack of cigarettes and never come back. Just realize that. That's all I'm saying.
If I'm 40 and I'm single, I think I might cuff a hoe. I'm gonna cuff one and be like, hey, baby, just don't ask me what I'm doing, where I'm at. You do what you do, I'm gonna do what I do. It might be easier. It might be less of a headache.
Yeah, you just said you not trying to create a family. Great.
Hey, Bill Belichick doing it. He got a chick that's like 20 and he like what, 50, 53?
Yeah. And you got worried, and then your kids come out. Nobody's focused on the kids, and you just making a generation of whores.
And a generation of Will Smiths.
Oh,
Come on, man.
But hey, Will might have enjoyed that though, bro. He might have enjoyed it.
That brother hurt. He back in the booth.
He wasn't enjoying that.
You know when he in the booth, something wrong. He never was good.
When he's on that red table needing some Visine, that man was hurting.
Yeah, Will Smith had one hit, man, Summertime.
Yep.
But he had a good acting career. But
exactly, but he just made an album like the other day.
He had Nightmare on
literally out.
That was a nice track too.
It's on platforms. Will Smith. just think about what I'm telling you.
He just released
brand
a song.
New.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about that. I was listening to Tommy Sotomayor and he was playing the track.
It is so. I mean, he ain't write none of it. First off,
yeah. What's the dude name? That wrote it. Yeah,
Joyner wrote all. He sounds just like Joyner Lucas on that album. It's terrible for hip hop. Terrible.
Yeah, he's trying to do all the sounds and it was
terrible.
I mean, what about Kanye? Kanye had his girl walking around stark naked, bro. And
but no, look at Kanye. He cuffed Kim and ended up like the rest of them that was with the Kardashians. All of them, something happened. Erykah Badu the same way. Every dude Erykah Badu get with, they never the same after.
Kanye not with that girl no more, right?
Who? Yeah. I
they still together?
No, they broke.
Yeah,
they split.
There you go.
As for now they split.
Bye. Now she just known as the chick that was butt naked with Kanye.
But nah, you see Kanye going. He's a prime example of going through it. Kim broke that off, and he had to be in a separate house from his kids, buying a house next door, making songs with the game, wanting to hurt Pete Davidson.
But y'all know who else? Wife did a naked photo shoot.
Who?
Trump.
For real?
Yeah,
you didn't know that?
Nah, I didn't know that. You talking about Ivanka?
Melania.
Melania, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, Melania.
You didn't know that? She was a model before.
Word. Send me the pictures.
I should pull it up right now.
Send me the pictures, brother.
Y'all keep talking.
But yeah, man, I would love that.
Like I said, my big thing is just I know we got way off the subject, but the important thing to highlight here is just the disdain for men. And it's not like it's a few women. It is mainstream. That's the major issue right now. Is disdain for men is mainstream. White men are taking the brunt of it right now. It's hit our community. It's like the tornado came and left. The hurricane came and left the black community with 70-80% of fatherless black homes. But now the white man has been targeted. And you know who's at the head of it? Trump.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's just surprising to see so many liberal women that I interact with, and they call him the orange Cheeto.
Hey, Russian queen in the building. That's what's up. How long ago was that?
Before he come. I think it was before he come.
Oh, before he locked in with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he changed that game. He was like, yo, I'm gonna be the president one day. Oh, let's get to cease, right?
Well, Trump,
about the people.
You're a porn star. You're a porn star, bro. Y'all made man like that girl that's out there.
Hey, man. Trump did his thing, and he's gonna continue to do it, man. I don't know why you don't like him, great. You know that's your brother.
I love him, but I never vote for him. I think Trump is hilarious.
Okay.
I think he's hilarious, bro. I was like,
you just want a boring president.
2016, every day I woke up, I would put Trump news, and I would be okay. But I want to ask y'all, so y'all don't feel like you could ever turn a hoe to a housewife?
She got to turn herself into a housewife. You can't do it.
That's a good question. I mean,
if it's going to happen, it got to be her. But then you got to trust it.
I've seen it before. This is why I got like mixed feelings about that. A friend of mine, I can't mention no names, but we were young, and this girl that they told me about and what they did together, he ended up marrying her.
Wow.
And today they still together with 4 kids. You feel what I'm saying? So, and she'd have been around, you know what I mean? And he was there together, like, hey, tag team, you know what I mean? So I don't know how that feels to even, if he even still hang with them dudes or not, to bring his wife around those dudes. Could you imagine that feeling?
Yeah, it'd be pretty weird.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I mean, and that I mean to
I like
your
hoes but never
question,
wife.
I think it. I mean,
My
I've seen
homeboy
it.
right there.
I don't
What's up,
believe it.
Jabril?
Yeah, I've seen it. I just don't believe in it, but I've seen it. So
Yeah.
that's what
You
I
know
got.
what is? I feel like everything is similar as far as like addictions or lifestyles, like alcohol. Like I've been drinking since I was 11 years old, and I always said I would never stop. Right? Like I don't care. This is everybody got their thing. This is mine. And what it took for me to stop was to see that it was holding me back, and that my success or my health, my future outweighed the effects of the alcohol. Like I had to see something bigger than that for me to stop. Before that, I wouldn't. And I feel like that's the same thing with a hoe. It could be done. But like I said, the simps out here that's like, hey, girl, let me buy you a $300,000 house. I can get you this car. You just come be with me. She's not going to appreciate it. She's going to always yearn for the streets until she realizes in her heart, in her mind, that she wants better for herself and that she loves herself. That's the only way that she'll come away from that. But it's a high risk, and it's like, why risk it when you got something out there that aren't hoes, right?
Easy, can you turn a hoe into a housewife?
Could you imagine trying to turn Pinky into a housewife? Why you laughing? Why are you laughing?
The thing is, with the good girls, you gotta lie. You can't tell the truth. If you were a straight hoe, you could be like, oh, you see that, or you could be your real self. And then it's not like you really gotta walk on eggshells and be like worried about her emotions. That's the benefit of being with a hoe. With a hoe, you can be yourself. You can relax. You can just be like, yeah, girl, like, I'm just getting it. When you at home with your wife, they say in-house stuff is harder to get than outside.
Nah, you gotta find the right
I don't
one.
think I can do it, man. It's just,
But you could
honestly, it's a lot of drama. My
You
bad.
gotta tell them up front, Gray. You talking about sneaking around?
No, what I'm saying is, talking about cheating.
Yeah, if you tell them up front, hey, I'm gonna give you the world, but just know, I might go over here and dibble and dabble with something I like, but the world is for you. The streets is for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you tell them like that and they agree to it, you ain't got to walk on eggshells. But if you like, hey, baby, you the only one. I don't want nobody but you. I don't even have a periphery. I only see what's in front of me. Nah.
That's how you lose your house, have your bank account. Cause she'll be like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Next thing you know, you owe child support, your house go. Girl, I thought everything was good. No, you love that girl.
But hoes take houses too. What you talking about?
It's a lot of drama.
That's how they take the house. They play the role. And then when they ready to go back to the streets, they take your house. So hoes do the same thing.
So we screwed either way is what
pretty much. You might as well tell them the truth up front. Hey ho, this is what it is. Sign on the line, yay or nay. Click a box.
No, bro, I'm lying to the grave.
Nah. Boy.
For sure. Y'all want to do final thoughts?
Yeah, we can.
Easy, you go first.
This is like a funny show, man. Probably the funniest show we had, man. I missed the first portion of the show, but yeah, I got a good perspective on a few things. Like I said, I always come up here with an open mind. This is good for me, man. I already told you. Vulgar 85, great. Appreciate y'all.
For sure. This dude brought up Joe Smith, Gabriel Campbell, about his wife making an OnlyFans behind his back.
That's classic.
Slim, what's your closing thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh man, shout out to the people that came in and vibed with us tonight. It was a good night. Trump is the man, Brody. I seen your little comment down there. He is the man. You know, he's your president too. Still love you anyway. Come back Wednesday night, Man Cave, Vulgar, Slim, my man Easy, and my man Gray. And I said Slim. I'm a little bit on another level. Y'all should know this by now because you know how I get down. But
for sure. There's definitely another one come on Monday, Wednesday. We got the Man Cave, and on Tuesday, Thursday, we got a new party, 8 p.m. Eastern, weekly. We'll keep bringing y'all good content. Y'all keep rocking with us. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Anthony Williams, you always bring us good information. We definitely appreciate it, bro. And shout out to everybody that came and watched, and keep rocking with us. Like, share, subscribe. Vulgar.
All right. I want to say a shout out to everybody for coming. My boy Jabril in the house. Glad to see him. If your pastor name a price, leave. If he's closing doors, leave. And do not try to turn a hoe into a housewife. It's the worst decision you will ever make. That's all I got for tonight. Is watch yourselves and be careful. Hey, and invest. Liberation Day is coming up.
Yes,
a lot of stuff's probably gonna drop. When it drop, go buy it. It's on sale. Invest. That's black wealth transfer. Let's get it.
For sure.
Black wealth.
Introducing the new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.